I'm Lynn, and welcome to another day at Ewetopia Farms. Always, you never know until the harvest comes in. This year as the beans come on. So I don't think I've seen that much dust coming off the actual beans themselves. Not much you can do once they're too dry. How's that for nasty conditions? Things I do for YouTube. Oh, let's get started.
So we're just, where is he? Doing the beans today. Extremely dry. The beans are totally right off, but they're not that good. He just took off his first 7 ton. And I'm at the back of the field here. I'm just going to check out my grass seed. So, and there's my grass seed. It actually looks really good, but I can see it's suffering for water really badly. But in other words, good catch of grass seed, so it looks good. Just needs water really badly. So. All the grass seeds there, so.
Well, we were supposed to go for a hike today, but we got a call. Apparently, the beans are ready to go. We're about 2 weeks earlier than normal, and I'm guessing the beans are super dry because of the drought conditions, and they're scoring really low in moisture, which normally you want because you don't want to have drying fees, but when they're too dry, they crack and get ruined, and they're shriveling up to nothing, so they're not going to weigh out. Doesn't look good for the beans. And Cody's here now, working on getting them off. Normally we don't take the beans off till Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving, which is next week. So we're not that early, but early enough. So Cody's got his bins in the field here ready to fill up. And he's done a big swath of beans over here. So here's the swath he's cut off already, and here's the stuff he's gonna do. And of the years and years we've been doing this, I have never seen beans so short before. Max, come here. So they're only, I would say, a foot tall. Really, really, really short. They do have lots of pods on them. Looks to me like there's 3 beans in each pod. I don't know what they normally are. I want to say 4, but maybe they are 3. But they're definitely smaller. I can tell just from looking, and I don't have too much experience with this kind of stuff. But there's a lot of them. And how much the shriveling up and the short height is going to make a difference has yet to be seen. With farming, it's always, you never know until the harvest comes in. Another thing that's kind of strange is that it's very hot again today. It feels like more like hay weather, I guess. Very warm and dry. And you can see even Max is seeking shelter. Couldn't bring the drone out. As you can hear, airplanes flying over ahead of me. That yellow dome on top of Cody's cab in the combine is not a roof. That is the beans piling up in the back. So I imagine he's going to be offloading those shortly. Here comes the spout. I was right. Going right by these wagons, so maybe he's coming up front. Not quite sure. Nope, he's bypassed them. I'm going to run back to the other wagons. Get the dogs out of the way. Oh, nope, he's backing up. This year as the beans come on. See all that dust? That's a sure indication that things are scorchingly dry. I also don't think I've seen that much dust coming off the actual beans themselves. These are the beans, not the pods and the stems. The actual beans. Looks like he's done. The combine has been turned off. They're out discussing something. If it's problems to do with the beans being overly dry. Not much you can do once they're too dry. There's no rain in the forecast to add moisture. We haven't had rain now for about 2 weeks, and we don't have rain in the future for the next 2 weeks either. So right now it is what it is, and none of the farmers are feeling very happy. This is why I can't fly my drone here. planes flying around. And we've also got one up here. I don't know if I'm catching it in the frame. Oh, there he is. But this guy's flying around in a circle. I don't know what's wrong. This plane. There he is. He's just flying in a circle. We'll go do some eavesdropping and see what's happening back here. If things have come to a blunt end or what's going on. And it truly is boiling back here. Just roasting. They just got back into the combine. Here he comes. Oh, and the dust. I'm gonna sneeze. Gonna blow my way. So instead of going beside it, I'm gonna go behind. How's that for nasty conditions? Who would want to work in that? The cabs are sealed, but it gets in. Leaves are only just starting to change color here. Hot, isn't it, Max? That's how you can see how tall the beans are. Basically lower than Max's back. So these wagons are empty. If you look, peek in the window here, they're here in anticipation of filling them up with beans. And hopefully we do have enough beans to fill up all these wagons. This isn't our only field. We have quite a few bean fields. Things I do for YouTube. Oh, it's probably not apparent on the screen, but you'd swear that even though I'm away from the dust now and way downwind of the combining, you'd swear that there was smoke in the air still. Like, I'm not sure, but maybe those I'm not sure, but maybe those I'm not sure, but maybe those fires are still burning in the rest of Canada and around the world. But it's definitely hazy, and very hot. One of the sounds I associate with the heat of summer are crickets and grasshoppers. I don't know if you can hear that. But all around me, aside from that airplane that's now come back, all I hear are crickets and grasshoppers. It's not normal. So here's a peek at the beans in the wagon. They look really nice. I don't see a lot of shattered ones or anything. Are they smaller than normal? I don't know. They look pretty nice here, but look at the dust on my hands. Like, that's nasty. But we got 2 wagons here, and by the time we're done, we'll find out what the moisture count was on these and what the yield was. Well, I gotta say, it's very rare that I get to do my work without getting interrupted. But I did manage to get all the sheep in the first Suffolk groups registered. 2 years backlog. They're all done. I just submitted the last one right now. Got all the rams this year registered. And I am on the Dorsets next. And then I'll be caught up with registrations. Just craziness. However, I got summoned because they're loading beans on the trailer, and I guess the sheep that Arnie had in the field here were running past him and trying to get onto the road. So I'm supposed to go back there and chase them back. But from what I can see, he's just standing there. Makes you wonder. So this is the hauler that's loading our beans. And my goodness, I've never seen such dusty beans. It was mentioned that it's because the beans were shorter this year. And Cody thought he was picking up more dirt than normal. But it looks like we got 4 wagons here to load up, and Cody is still in the field taking beans off. And I think this is the last trailer, like hauling trailer, that we can get for today. So we're gonna have to probably call it off shortly until we can get another truck in to take stuff away. Because miracle of all miracles, they say, if you believe it, that we're expecting rain, I think, the day after tomorrow. So I just walked over here. The sheep are in the field, and yeah, the gate is open. They're over there, so you could chase them through that other gate, and then they'd go back to the barn area. And here's Arnie. He's standing there. But I don't see why he couldn't have walked 50 feet and chased them back. But I guess Arnie would say, what are women for? And my response would be, not this. See what he has to say about this. So what did you want me to do? What did you want me to do? They're still here. Anyway, that paperwork took me forever, and I got an aching back and an aching neck from punching it all into the computer and stuff. I truly think paperwork is harder than sheep work. I mean, how hard can these guys be? They don't look too difficult to me. But these girls will be the next ones getting registered once we've got them all sold and stuff. Hi guys. How you doing? Is your grain getting made? They probably think that that sound and the pouring grain out of an auger means that it's dinner time. And that's probably why they came out when they heard that. Hi girls, how you feeling? Hi, you wouldn't go to the road, would you? That would be a nasty job. Hi, hi there, hi. Oh my goodness, you guys are so friendly. Hi there, you're friendly too, I can see it on your face. Come on. Is it hot? It's so hot. These guys are supposed to be getting sheared. I keep saying that, I know. In a couple of days. Oh, hi there, Nikki Neal. You always remember the bottle, don't you? And I can tell you, probably once we shear them, it will go to a deep freeze. Because normally it would be quite cool at this time of year. But it feels like July weather. It is so hot. Hi. Hi, you're all panting. I know, it's summer and you're wearing wool coats. Why would you do that? Because no one's shearing me, Mommy. Poor girls. They'll be super frisky in a couple of days though. I think, yeah, he's coming in on Wednesday and today is Sunday. A lot of them are over by the barn though, where it's nice and cool in the shade. Push up a little and you can be in the shade. We let them out into this pasture, but to be honest, after just a few days out here, the grass is like an inch tall, and at that point you probably shouldn't have them out here anymore anyway, because they're just gonna graze it to the roots, and we don't want that to happen. Hi, Noodle. It seems these days whenever we come out with the camera, Noodle's in the photo. Hi, Noodly. Hi. You have a partial. You have a bit of a partial too, Nani, but you were fully sheared, but you grew back. See how much Nani's grown her wool back since I clipped her totally off and started on her again, because wool grows fast. It's like hair. Oh my goodness. You want to sit down in the shade? Come on. If they stay here in the shade, it's really nice over here. It's really nice in the shade, you guys. You'll like it a lot better. Just don't go in the sunshine. There's no grain coming off that bin for you. That's all to be taken away. Yeah, none staying here. With our corn and our barley, we load it up into our grain elevators, or the silos. But the beans get shipped away. Most of it gets sold on the market, but we do keep a certain amount of tonnage back for making into sheep feed. So some of this will just be put in storage locally so that we can access it when we need it for sheep feed, and the rest is going to go away. Apparently we're getting around a ton an acre, which is a little less than normal. Normally you'll be getting around, I think, 1.2, even as high as 1.5 tons an acre. But for a drought year, we're not going to complain at all. And the moisture level is at 12% apparently. So it's a little dry, but it's impossible to get a perfect moisture level. Like, it's always going to be a little over or a little under. Usually it's a little higher in moisture, but this year, yeah, with a drought, the moisture levels obviously are lower than normal, but not drastically so. The beans aren't shriveled away to nothing, and they aren't cracking. Sometimes if they get too dry, they actually split when you're taking them off the combine. So, not too bad. Here comes Cody with the combine. It's full. And he's got the spout out. So he might load directly right into the hauling truck, so that he doesn't risk having any beans sitting in wagons and getting wet. See if the girls want to go for a run when they hear that coming out. Isn't that dust something? I'm guessing all that dust is enough deterrence to keep the sheep away from going over there. See, Arnie's offloading the wagons with the auger, but you can see how much faster the combine auger is. Starting to get dusty over here. I'm guessing that farmers probably have more lung issues than a lot of professions. We gotta be close with guys working in the mines. Okay, Cody's emptied the combine. I don't know if he's done for the day and he's going to continue tomorrow, or if he's going to drive back to the field now. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Now the field right across the road from these wagons where we're loading up is also at one of our bean fields. So we'll see if Cody's gonna drive into there or not. That could be why he's here. Or he could be getting ready to go home milking, because you gotta realize that although he's our custom combiner, he's also a dairy farmer, and his cows have to be milked on schedule. And like us, he doesn't have hired help. You just can't find hired help around here. And if you find it, they want way too much money. They want what you'd get paid in the city for an office degree job. And unfortunately, farmers who barely can make enough to pay for themselves can hardly afford high wages. So it's unfortunate for everyone. Sheep are wandering back into the sunny areas now that they've cooled off a bit. So rather than having to run back here, I'll just stay here a little longer to make sure they don't decide to go to the road. But it doesn't really look like an issue. There goes Cody. And he is pulling in. I don't know if he's gonna park at the neighbor's place where our beans are planted, or if he's gonna park over here. Because now I can see that there's a lot of cars going by as well. Just when you're trying to get jobs done, you get a lot of traffic. Usually no one is on this road. Here he comes. I think he's gonna... I don't know what he's doing. Don't second guess, Lynn. You're gonna get it wrong. He's turned around and he's heading back. I don't know. There's the rams. It's hard to pass by the rams without seeing them with their noses tucked into a feeder. And another thing I forgot to show you, which we've been ignoring, we ignored them all summer because we thought they'd never stand a chance, and they actually got buried in weeds in the field. But I've pulled all the weeds away. And look, we got pumpkins. And they're quite big. It's amazing because pumpkins usually like water. Oh, I guess Cody just dropped the combine off and he's got a four-wheeler and he's going home for milking. Well, we're gonna call it a day for today's video of taking the beans off. And I guess we're going to continue again in the next video, and hopefully we'll be able to get all the beans off before the rain comes, maybe. Anyway, thanks for watching and supporting our channel. Don't forget to check out our merch shop. Christmas is coming soon. Bye for now.